Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza, where we are playing Cinders, an indie game. It's an interactive fiction with a lot of different choice points. You can buy it through the links in the video description. When we last left off, we were in the middle of talking to Madame Ged, a conversation that hit a little too close to home for fiction for me, as Madame Ged is challenging us as Cinders to control our life and change its destiny if we want it to change. Short of that, it is just whining. Madame Ged is now asking us, what's our plan? And as before, I'm picking the choices based on the opposite of my first instinct. So my first instinct is to say that I have to learn more. My second instinct is to say I have my ways because, you know, we're being sneaky and stuff. So my last instinct is to say I wait for my chance. So that's what we're going with. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me for this, but I believe in waiting for a turn of fate. I just need to be patient. That's nothing to laugh at. Thank you. I'm saying that because it's such a stupid notion that it's not even remotely funny. You're a grown woman, and yet you still believe that good things are in store for you if you simply wait? For how long? Will you wait until you're so old that it doesn't matter anymore? Say what you will, but I think my luck is destined to change. Destined? There's no such thing as destiny or fate. Really? We accidentally met yesterday at a place we both rarely visit. What are the odds? Then Carmosa left today, letting me come visit you just like you wanted. That's not fate? Being passive about your life isn't good. Things don't happen on their own, but you can't just dismiss fate entirely. A couple of coincidences don't prove that fate exists. But sure, believe what you wish. I just hope you act on your beliefs. If you do nothing, your mother will be disappointed. Anyway, it doesn't seem like you have a very clear idea of what you want yet. I promised your mother that I'd help you, and I will. But you yourself need to know what you want first. Come see me once you're ready to move forward, and we'll talk about your options. Did you really promise my mother you'd help me? Of course I did, girl. I have no reason to lie about that. You must get going now, though. Wait, I still have so many questions. I have a lot of work to do, I'm afraid. I can't afford any more disturbances. I'm sure we'll have another chance to talk. I'll do my best to answer your questions then. You remind me so much of your mother, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. Thank you. Goodbye. Take care, girl. I was about to call the story out on that. I'm like, why would Cinders just leave? Because Madame Ged hasn't really told us much of anything yet, other than a lecture. So, that was weird. But, yeah. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to have to wait for the next time. I must admit that I don't know what to think about Madame Ged after we talked. I can't tell when she is being serious or sarcastic. If she's giving me advice or just mocking me, or both. Maybe I'm just not used to acts of selflessness, but I get suspicious when someone outright offers to help me with all my problems. Makes me wonder if they don't have some hidden agenda, especially if it's the town witch. Looks like my mother was quite special to make such an interesting acquaintance. A witch. Still, she seems genuinely interested in helping me. And can I really be picky here? I won't be forgetting the conversation we had anytime soon, that's for sure. Where should I go now? It's still fairly early. I can probably take my time today. I could go to have a little talk with Tobias in his store. I wouldn't mind heading to the inn either. I'm sure it would be fun. I might even see the captain of the guard again. So, where should I go next? Alright, given those options... My instinct would be to visit Tobias, since, as Cinders, we are very curious about what exactly he's up to and what Russell Brand is up to. So we're just going to go to the inn instead. The inn it is, then. That is such an evil smirk on her face. It's adorable. Something smells delicious. I wonder what's cooking in the kitchen right now. Not like it matters. I don't have any money to buy food anyway. Why am I even here? I guess my real reason for coming was to see the captain again. I was really hoping he'd be here. He was such an intriguing man. I wish I could spend a little bit more time getting to know him. Ah, there he is, sitting in the same corner he sat in last time. Habit? Looks like he's leaving. Wait, is he coming towards me? I remember you. Your name is Cinders, correct? Yes. I'm surprised you recognized me. Well, you were on my mind. Care to join me for a drink? I'd be happy to. Hang on, you were thinking about me? Yes. You came to mind during a recent discussion I had with the prince. Oh, I'm flattered, I think? What were you talking about exactly? A candidate for a wife, of course. Surely you heard about the king's last wish. Actually, I haven't. According to the king's final wish, the prince cannot be crowned until he's found a wife for himself. So the coronation is being postponed and every noble in the kingdom is trying to foist a daughter on him. It's become very tiring for him, as many of these women are groomed for looks alone. He was losing faith. So I told him that the world still holds many bright and intelligent women, and you're living proof. Oh. Well, I'm grateful for the compliment, but I'm not sure what else to say. My apologies. The drink is making me more direct than it is proper. These days, there's little to do fulfilling my duties, so I spend many hours here. I don't want to bore you with the small complaints of my life, and I apologize for being so curt with you the last time we met. I understand. A lot happened, and it's no surprise you weren't in the mood for discussion. Honestly, I should probably apologize for bothering you when you wanted to be left alone. It wasn't a bother. I found the discussion very interesting. Listen, I know I asked you about the prince last time. Are you still interested in learning more? Of course. Yes, I want to know about the prince, so we're taking the opposite one. Tell me about yourself. Actually, I'm more interested. There's that smirk again. That should be my thumbnail for the series. Actually, I was more interested in hearing about you. Me? I'm just a simple warrior. What's so interesting about me? Plenty of things. For starters, how did you become captain of the guard? Well, if you really want to know, it runs in my family. My great-grandfather was a mere soldier, but he saved the king's life in battle and was rewarded. The family was granted a noble title and the position of king's personal guard. Since then, my family's heritage has been swordsmanship and loyalty to the crown. So you were destined to have this position from the start? Yes, but I accepted it with great pride and joy. It's an honor to serve the kingdom. We will always remember that the king was grateful and kind to the man who saved him. Didn't you ever think about doing something else with your life? Not once. Besides, it was not my decision to make. I don't want to be speaking out of turn, but that sounds so sad. You didn't have a choice? There's nothing sad about it. The men in my family have been honorable soldiers for ages. I was raised on the tales of my brave ancestors and trained in combat since I was a child. When I received my sword and joined the palace guard, I was so proud. It was the best day of my life. I felt like I could finally stand among the heroes of my family. Do you still feel that way even now? Not as much. But I don't blame my family or my path in life. The world is simply changing. There was a time when conflict meant a sword in the heart, but now it's a dagger in the back. Nice! That is a nice line. These days, everything is poisonous words and false smiles. You can't tell friend from foe. Kingdoms are torn apart by whispers and false smiles. There's no place for a man of the sword. All I have left is a corner in the inn and the occasional desperate lowlife kidnapping a few children. I'm not the heroic savior that my ancestors were. Stop being an ass. Okay, Okay. Instinct is to... Well, my instinct is to tell him to stop being an ass, but that's not on the list here. So... I guess my instinct is to tell him he's still needed, since he did slaughter all those assholes yesterday, or 2 days ago, or however many days ago. So we'll go with this one. Perhaps you should settle down then. Start a family. Get married if you're not already. Ha! And then what? Become a farmer? Well, sure, if it makes you happy. That's not the life for me, although I understand your point. It would be nice to settle down eventually, find a wife, and have a piece of land to call my own. But that's a long way off. I can't abandon the prince now. Things are too delicate right now. He's young and promising, but I don't think he'll be ready to face opposition alone. Even if there is no need for the sword, my family is sworn to protect the crown, and I shall do that to the best of my ability. That's enough of heavy subjects, though. I'd rather get to know you more, if you don't mind. You look like a girl from the town, but I haven't seen you around. I don't live in the town, actually. I live in the house ruled by Lady Carmosa. Oh, forgive me. I didn't realize you were nobility. Your clothes give you the appearance of one of the townfolk. I didn't know you were incognito. It's not a disguise. This is what I wear every day. After my father passed away, Carmosa took over. She treats me as one of the servants, but without any pay. I don't even have any money to spend on clothing. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame your father chose Carmosa over the estate. He chose her? Isn't that what happened? Before he passed away, he should have left a will. The will would appoint the next head of the house. It's a shame he didn't choose you. I've never heard anything about his will. I don't think Father would willingly put me in this situation. That doesn't sound right at all. If Lady Carmosa wasn't appointed, she's breaking the law. I didn't realize that. Something about the situation seems suspicious. I hope you get it sorted out. I wish I could speak to you longer, but I must start my patrol. It was a pleasure talking with you. If you ever need anything, I'd be happy to help you. Thank you. I'll see you then. Take care of yourself. This is the first time I've heard of Father's will. I wonder why he never wrote one. Unless he did write one. In that case, what happened to it? I'll have to investigate as soon as I get the chance. Well, there's no point in sitting here in the tavern alone. I don't want to attract the wrong company. Going to the inn was definitely worth it. It was nice to see Captain Perrault again. He's such an interesting man. His persona is so rough and intimidating, and he carries himself like a man who's seen war. But he's also so straightforward and honest, almost naive, like a child raised on tales of knighthood. The fact that he still holds onto his ideals after all of this is admirable. There's something pure about it. It's getting late, but I still think I have a little bit of time before I have to go home. I could visit Tobias or go to the lake and see what that weird dream tonight was about. I want to go to the lake. So we're going to visit Tobias instead. I guess I should really pay Tobias a visit. My, this place is as tidy as ever. Tobias really keeps the store in shape. Speaking of Tobias, Cinders, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. This is a pleasant surprise. Well, I'm kind of lucky in that respect. Carmosa suddenly decided to leave for a few days. It must feel great to have some freedom. It does. I wish it wasn't for such a short amount of time, but I'll enjoy what I have. Although I confess, I'm envious of you, Tobias. You get to make your own decisions all the time. Well, I can't exactly say that. After all, my parents passed away when I was young, so this store was my only option. Right. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. It's fine. In the end, we just see the good portions of other people's lives without the hardship. We pick and choose what we want. People look happy, but they might be struggling inside. That's true. It seems like you've thought a lot about this. Maybe a little. Despite all the struggles, I'm happy with where I am in life, though. I wish you could find a path to the life you want as well. Although knowing you, wishes won't be necessary. You're a bright girl, so it's only a matter of time. Thank you. I assume you're not here to listen to me wax philosophical, though. You want to know more about that night. Well, you did promise me you'd tell me what was going on. And we will find out more about what's going on in the next episode of PyroFalkon's Let's Play Extravaganza. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.